So Apple's iPhone event with the cool transitions is over, guys, and the iPhone 15 is official. I'm sure everyone right now is getting tingly looking at the marketing images. And yeah, these look like fine devices, like most iPhones are, but I personally think, guys, you should skip the iPhone 15. And yes, I know every tech YouTuber on the planet makes these kind of videos on a yearly basis, but stick with me, guys, because I have a big reason as to why I think this, and it's because of USB Type-C. Let me explain. For many years, the tech community has been begging Apple to implement USB Type-C on their devices, and it only took pressure from a government for Apple to wake up and decide, hey, I think it's time we implement this. And by the way, would like to remind you guys, like this video and subscribe for more content like this. It would be appreciated. So yes, iPhone 15 is the first iPhone with the Type-C port, and you're probably wondering now, surely this is a reason to get the iPhone 15, right? Well, no. You see, whilst many within this little tech bubble love this port, there is an overwhelming amount of consumers, including myself, who don't care about this at all. In fact, there's been research that shows the transition to USB Type-C is going to cause frustration amongst regular consumers, since they just want to continue using the same port they've had for 10 years. And so if you're fine and dandy with the Lightning ports, there is actually great news for you. Because usually when Apple ditches something for good, we see older products with that technology drop in value substantially. We saw this, for example, with the Intel trash books, because as soon as everyone saw how mighty M1 was, a 16-inch Intel MacBook Pro that retailed for $3,000 was now $1,500. Yikes. And so I'm expecting a similar situation here, guys, since Apple's basically saying that, hey, USB-C is the future, guys, we're done with Lightning, phones that have this port are going to depreciate much faster than usual, and while that's not great news for folks like myself who have older iPhones they might want to sell, this is fantastic news for those who might want to buy a new Lightning iPhone. Because unlike Intel Macs, which are abysmal, horrible products, Lightning iPhones are still very solid devices. I can live with Lightning, I already have a ton of Lightning chargers, and so if I was in the market for a new device, you can bet your bottom dollar I would rather buy last year's iPhone 14 Pro for £600, I repeat, £600, instead of spending over £1,000 for the iPhone 15 Pro that has slightly thinner bezels. And I'm sure it's not just us UK folks who are going to see this big price difference. The US, for example, is always blessed with incredible deals, and I'm very sure you might be able to get a 14 Pro for $600 or less very, very soon. So yes, that is an incredible deal, guys. I mean, I've had a 14 Pro for a year now, and yes, the battery life hasn't been as great as I was hoping, but if you do manage to get this for £600 or dollars, you will not find a better phone for this kind of price. And while yes, some Android phones could offer some particular advantages, the best thing about the iPhone is that it's an all-round package. You have a great display, great cameras, great performance. Also, apart from techies who can pick up on every minute detail, the 14 Pro at first glance, to most consumers, looks about the same as the 15 Pro. So yes, guys, this phone is going to be incredible value in the next few months. And hey, even if you don't want the 14 Pro for whatever reason, the still very great iPhone 13 Pro will also come down in price. I actually found the 13 Pro to be slightly better battery-wise, and this also has 120Hz, triple cameras, the still very great A15, and so when there's two generations of Pro phones, I can recommend for much, much less that still offer a lot of incredible features. Why am I going to buy the 15 Pro? And even if you're not too fussed about having pro features like 120Hz and triple cameras, the iPhone 13 and 14 are also seeing significant price drops. My friend the other day actually bought a mint condition iPhone 13 for $450, and do remember the value of this phone is going to continue dropping throughout the next few months. And so once again, guys, you cannot argue with the value these older iPhones offer. It's in my Asian DNA to find the best deal possible, guys, and these Lightning iPhones are just much better deals. Also, if you have worries about going refurbished, I have made plenty of videos regarding my experience with refurbished iPhones in the past that you can check out in the description below, guys. And overall, it's been pretty positive. The iPhone SE I recently got was absolutely mint. This looks brand new as far as I can tell, and unlike a new phone that has a 14-day return window, sometimes you get a year to return a refurbished iPhone. Wait, does that mean I could just keep returning and rebuying a new phone every year? That sounds too good to be true, but anyways, yes, you can trust Refurbished, and even if you don't trust other companies, Apple has a refurbished store on their site, and their devices are basically brand new because they changed the outer housing, the battery, the screen, and so yeah, you can trust refurbished devices. Now yes, I know some might be shouting at me in the comments saying, hey, Lightning is extinct bro, what if I can't buy any Lightning chargers on sale in a year's time? And well, I would disagree with that because, fun fact, Apple till this day still sells 30-pin accessories on their site because they know somewhere on this planet there is still someone daily driving or even occasionally using an iPhone with that port, and so when they still sell 30-pin accessories, I am very sure Lightning is not disappearing anytime soon, guys. Also, another fun fact for you guys, yes, we folks always get the latest and greatest, but the most popular iPhone in use right now is the iPhone 11, which is a phone that came out 4 years ago. It was actually the 10th best selling smartphone of this year. So yes, I'm sure I've now got my point across that Lightning's still going to be in circulation for some time, guys, regardless of this USB-C transition. So yes, go ahead and buy Lightning iPhones, they're not gonna become extinct. Now I do want to emphasize again, guys, I'm not disappointed by the iPhone 15, nor should you completely avoid it. You surely know your priorities, and if you really care about the new ports or some of the other features of this device, then by all means, go for this. It's an iPhone at the end of the day, and honestly, apart from the 5C, there really has not been any outright bad iPhone. Heck, even the 5C is not really that bad of a phone, it just had a bad price tag. So yes, you can't go wrong with any iPhone, they're all pretty solid. But the iPhone 15 really illustrates how mature the market has become and how minor upgrades have become the norm in my opinion. If you think about jumps we've had in the past, like the iPhone 5S to the 6, or the 7 to the 10, those were meaningful and revolutionary upgrades to the iPhone experience, but this is just yet another refinement, and today's idea of a redesign is to just make the corner slightly rounder. So yeah, basically guys, it's bad news for future iPhone releases, because they're going to continue to be hella boring, but it's actually great news for cheapskates like myself because older iPhones just became incredible value. Also remember the Pro phones did get price increases, with some increases being really bad in some parts of the world, and so there's no point in paying so much more for a phone that fundamentally does the same thing as older iPhones. Yes, it will do something slightly better, but it's not worth a much high cost, and if you're adamant on buying an iPhone 15, I think it might be worth waiting a little because we could see price drops in a few weeks. But for those who don't want to flex that they have the latest and greatest iPhone, go save your cash and get an older iPhone instead. And before someone comments this, yes, this also applies to those of you with older iPhones. I know someone in the comments going to say, hey, I have an iPhone XS, the 15's worth it, stop hating on it. Well, yes, if you do like some of the new features, go with that as I said. But ultimately, even from a XS, the iPhone 13 or 14 are still great buys and should be solid upgrades. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and thank you for watching.